So there's been an interview with James Cameron where he talks Avatar, Alien Romulus, Terminator, some whales and shit. I don't really know. And he came across a bit flippant and a bit of an arsehole, to be fair. I don't know, calm down. Everyone loves James Cameron. Get your tongue out of his arse. But he did come across a bit like a turd in this. He downplays his involvement in Alien Romulus. He basically removes himself from it entirely, which is very odd because he also then praises Terminator Zero. And then he also goes on to say if you don't like his 4K transfers of Aliens, then you need to get out your mum's basement, basically. So he does come across a bit like an arsehole in this, not going to lie. So let's scroll through this and have a look, right? Just very specific. So, because he gets art. So here you go, right? Touching on some things in your filmic universe, this week we have Alien Romulus opening, a film you have seen. What do you think of it? Alvarez previously said that Cameron has seen the movie and loved it, and that he gave notes, right? So he's literally asked, what do you think of the movie? I saw a rough cut 6 months ago, so I'm sure it's changed, and I viewed it once. I gave some notes. He and I aren't close pals. Weird thing to just come out with. I mean, I wish him the best with it, but I think it's been overstated that I had some big creative input to that film. I think Ridley Scott did because Ridley was an actual producer on it. So I'm just putting it in perspective. Didn't even reveal what he said. What he thought about the film. Just like, yeah, I wish him the best, but I wasn't involved. We're not friends. Do you have to be friends to endorse a film? Apparently you do with James Cameron because he only endorses shit when it's his friends, and stuff like that.
Can I translate that for you?
Yeah, sure.
I didn't even get paid for a producer credit, so fuck that guy.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
True. What do you think, Chris?
I think that this does seem a little catty. I'm not sure.
Close pals.
Yeah, because Stephen
Lang
Lang start in Avatar and in Don't Breathe, so that's sort of how Alvarez made this connection with Cameron, and Alvarez was saying that they became pen pals. So it's weird for him to say pen pals, meaning, there was some dialogue back and forth. Pen pals was the word. And then for Cameron to say, we aren't close pals. I don't often say, hey, pal, thanks, pal. I don't use the word pal a whole lot. So it almost seemed intentional that he would say, we aren't close pals, rather than we're not close friends. We aren't very close. We only know each other business-wise, or we only know each other through email. I'm not sure, but it does seem, I don't know. You might be onto something, Nate, when you've caught this.
Well, the reason why I thought, it's a bit weird is because then he's asked another upcoming project that expands on work you've previously done is Terminator Zero. I'm curious if you've seen that one by chance, right? Mm-hmm. So he's not even seen this one. It looks interesting. My relationship to that is very much like the Sarah Connor Chronicles. Other people spinning stories in a world I set in motion is interesting to me. What's their takeaway? What intrigued them about it? Where are they going with it? It looks like they're going back to the root cause of Judgment Day, the nuclear war, and whether that's an ultimate timeline. I'd be curious to see what they've come up with. I'm working on my own Terminator stuff right now. It's got nothing to do with that. Like the Sarah Connor Chronicles, they occasionally touched on things I had been playing with completely independently. So there's some curiosity there. It's not a burning curiosity, but obviously it'd be nice to see it succeed. That is a very different response.
Night and day.
Isn't it?
I'm just putting, so he ends this with, I'm just putting it into perspective, but the other one, it's like, it would be nice to see it succeed. They're really doing some curious or some interesting things. I don't know. Maybe he saw it and he didn't like the Alien Romulus, or maybe it was so damn good that he thinks people are going to forget all his Oscar nominations for Aliens. Who knows?
It is weird, isn't it? It's odd. Like when you compare them side by side, that's when you're like, that's a bit of an odd one.
I don't think you'll go broke gambling on whether or not James Cameron will be a dick. So,
yeah, that's true. Go on, Culture.
No, I think that's a safe bet, but man, it tonally, it's completely different. I mean, and it does actually cause one to suspect that there's, like I said, it comes down to I didn't get paid. I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to be nice.
Yeah, if he's working on his own Terminator stuff, which he does throw there at the end, you know, maybe that's why he's being nice about the Terminator stuff, right?
Maybe
he has some, you know, money on, you know, something to lose, something to gain. With Alien, it's like, yeah, I responded to the movie, gave him a few critiques. He emailed me once or twice. After that, I never responded because that's just how I am. And you know, if the movie does good, whatever, I don't care. Let's talk about me.
Wow, this is where he steps it up a notch and becomes a real big dick. So you've also had recently the 4K transfers of Aliens and True Lies that came out. It did get blowback in the fan community, some feeling that the image quality wasn't as high as they wanted it to be. You obviously have a very high standard, so I'm wondering what you thought. When people start reviewing your grain structure, they need to move out of mom's basement and meet somebody, right? I'm serious. I mean, are you effing kidding me? I've got a great team that does the transfers. I do all the color and density work. I look at every shot, every frame, and then the final transfer is done by a guy who's been with me for years. All the Avatar films are done that way. Everything is done that way. Get a life, people, seriously.
Cool.
And that's it.
There's no way he looks at every frame. That's just a bald-faced lie. I mean, let's be honest. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
But hyperbolic he is. I mean, that sounds very on brand for Mr. Cameron, if I can say so.
It's just really these are fans. They spend money on your stuff, and you're like, yeah, whatever.
Move out of mom's basement. Yeah, that's it. That's a good.
Get a life. Like what? Wow. Took it up a notch there, didn't he?
he's just not making friends, dude. Come on now. Come on.
No. I will say, in his defense, one of his friends and longtime collaborators, John Landau, did die recently.
He just passed away, yeah.
But he is still a dick, and he's always been a dick. So this isn't actually anything new for James Cameron. He's always been like this. But yeah, there you go. This is the story. Got anything else to add, Culture?
Oh, nothing. It's just that Landau was his actual partner, like across the board with everything. I mean, and he trusted him creatively and everything else. So that you basically lost one half of that team. It's got to be hard. So
yeah, well, yeah, no doubt. Landau was the nice person. I met him at an Alita premiere many years ago now. Nice chap, really, really nice chap, actually. So, yeah, there you go. There you go.
I do appreciate that the author of that article left in all the quotes, because just above that, they're talking about Fantastic Voyage and Roland Emmerich, and James Cameron's like, how is this even a headline? And move on. It's a non-story. So he's leaving in everything. It's an interesting read for sure.
It is very funny. It is very, very funny. Dear, oh dear, dear, oh dear. Right.